We're going to start tonight with breaking news. Just about 2 hours ago, JetBlue became the first major U.S. airline to require all customers to wear face coverings during travel. Now, this new policy is set to take effect starting Monday, May 4th. That's next Monday. This comes as the latest single-day death tolls in New York and in New Jersey dropped by more than half of what both states reported at their peaks. Even so, though, both states are extending shutdown orders. Parts of New York will remain closed beyond May 15th, and New Jersey will stay locked down indefinitely. Still, we're already seeing signs of return to some normalcy in New York City. Let's kick things off with News 4's Ray Villeda, kicking off our team coverage live near the USNS Comfort, which, Ray, we have just confirmed will depart the city this week.
That's right, Natalie. It's a sign of normalcy, as you mentioned. The USNS Comfort expected to leave on Thursday, the last patient discharged over the weekend. But still, all of this good news amidst tragedy a hospital in Inwood now dealing with.
In the middle of a war against the coronavirus, an unexpected casualty. Dr. Lorna Breen, an emergency room doctor, took her own life. Her father telling NBC News, like the many heroes that are still there, she was in every way in the trenches of this war, fighting the effects of this COVID virus she contracted herself. Dr. Breen survived the virus, returned to work at New York Presbyterian. She was sent home, and over the weekend, the tragedy unfolded. While her family, her hospital mourn, the city and state continue to fight.
Testing is the way forward.
The effort now to test more New Yorkers. The city will hire 1,000 contact tracers who will help track down where a sick person got infected. The mayor says the city will start a type of self-testing process. Patients will be able to swab themselves.
They go into another room for privacy, and the patient takes something that's basically a sterile Q-tip, puts that in their nose. They don't have to go way deep.
The process will help safeguard the frontline healthcare workers. 3 new testing sites targeting NYCHA complexes will open this week. The goal is to get 10,000 tests done weekly.
We need testing. How are you going to go back to work? We don't test it. We don't know who's got it.
With warmer weather ahead, the city is looking to provide outdoor places for folks to enjoy fresh air while keeping social distance. The mayor will open up streets starting with 40 miles near and around parks. Initially, Mayor Bill de Blasio opposed it because of the strain on NYPD resources.
Some places will be able to expand sidewalks. Some streets will be more local areas that aren't necessarily where you have a major attraction like a park.
New York trying to move forward as so many still deal with the effects, the toll of this virus.
I wish I had known the type of emotional havoc this would have caused on my life, the lives of my colleagues and my patients.
Healthcare workers dealing with such an emotional toll. Now, the governor says parts of the state will open possibly on May 15th. Parts of the state that were not hit hard by the virus, while he plans to extend those restrictions on other parts like New York City, which had a huge caseload. We're live on the west side tonight. I'm Ray Villeda, News 4 New York.
All right, Ray, thanks for the latest there. And today, the city also extended its suspension of alternate side parking regulations. That's through at least May 12th. But metered parking will continue to be enforced. New Yorkers ticketed for parking violations while living under medical isolation can appeal those fines with the city.
Today, Governor Phil Murphy laid out a roadmap to reopening the state of New Jersey, but don't expect social distancing measures to be rolled back just yet. And here's the reason why. The state saw an additional 2,100 COVID cases in the last 24 hours. It also saw more than 100 additional deaths. News 4's Checkey Beckford continues tonight. Team coverage live from Hoboken. So, Checkey, we know how the state plans to reopen, but what we don't know exactly is when.
That's right, Stefan. No dates given. The governor says expect social distancing rules to remain in place indefinitely. You can see some of those restrictions still here in Hoboken, where there were 0 new cases reported yesterday. The mayor saying he has received requests from some asking that some restrictions be lifted, like in neighboring Jersey City, but he says his city simply is just not there yet. It's a tale of two cities. Jersey City reopened some of its parks with restrictions. Right next door, Hoboken parks remain closed. Most we talk to say they should stay that way.
I think they should still be closed, especially until businesses start opening up and everything really starts being, flattening the curve even more so.
But Jersey City's mayor believes people simply aren't going to stay indoors.
People aren't going to stay in their homes indefinitely, and we shouldn't pretend that.
But Governor Murphy isn't on board with that line of thinking when it comes to reopening county and state parks just yet.
Before we can reopen our parks, or before we allow in-person dining in our restaurants, among any host of other activities, people need to know, first and foremost, that their health, that your health will be safeguarded from COVID-19.
Outlining what he calls the road back Monday includes a sustained reduction in new cases, doubling of testing capacity, robust contact tracing, and securing safe and free places for isolating positive cases, what he calls a responsible economic restart. Anti-shutdown protesters outside of the governor's home this weekend say the responsibility falls on individuals and the state is violating their rights.
We are ready and we are willing and we are able to take responsibility for ourselves in this situation, and he can open the state and let the businesses open.
But this couple, out for a night stroll near a still closed park, don't have much faith that people will do the right thing.
We've been on a walk for about an hour now, and we saw like 20% of the people not wearing masks. If we trusted that people would be following the regulations, then I think I would trust to open the parks, but without that, I don't think so.
And Mayor Bala says city officials are reviewing daily when those changes will come. We're live in Hoboken tonight. Checkey, Beckford, News 4 New York.
We are watching and waiting. Checkey, thank you. Well, a step in the right direction for Connecticut. Hospitalizations are down for the 5th day in a row now. Connecticut has more than 25,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19. The death toll is sadly still rising, though nearly 2,000 lives have been lost since this all began.